Hello, everybody. This is
Hey.
All You Can Eat Gaming,
Yes,
and
it
we
is.
are back at it once again.
So it is.
Again. So, Taurus, yeah.
up?
How are you feeling today?
Ooh, I am feeling good. I'm a little tired, but I'm feeling good other than that. What about you?
Why are you tired? Oh yeah, you came back from church, right?
Yes. I had to wake up early this morning, but I am still full of energy for this podcast so we can go on and give y'all the real on this game.
Yep.
On
And,
Yooka Laylee part
okay, so
2,
first
actually.
question: did you finish the game?
No, I did not.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I
it
did
was a
finish
lot.
the game. Semi-finished,
That's
technically.
Oh, you semi-finished. What you mean semi-finished?
I'll explain that in a moment. But yeah, guys, if you're here from the podcast, make sure to also look at our YouTube channel and all of our other social media and sources that you can hear us from, so you know they can benefit us and they can benefit you, because the better and the more people that come, it'll support us and help us so we can give even better content. So yeah, let's go ahead and start this out. Yeah, today is what day is it today? Sunday.
Yeah, today is
Monday for me, Sunday for you.
Sunday. Well, yeah, Sunday evening.
Yeah, Sunday for you.
And it just turned Monday.
And
for you.
yeah, and we're a little bit late on the horse ride, but it's fine because we already recorded the sunshine video, which is the past one. Actually, the next video. we recorded it yesterday, so that's why I said past one. Anyways, so yeah, Yooka Laylee in the Impossible Lair, which just came out on, I believe, the 9th of October.
Yeah, it was very recent.
I believe so.
It was
Fairly recent, right?
Yeah, and that's why I feel like that we wanted to do that, because we was thinking about doing like we said in the previous podcast, we was thinking of doing Yooka Laylee, the first one, but we was like, we might want to try to branch out into the one that just came out, and it was
right, and we could come back to the other one soon, right?
Yes, we definitely.
Although
can.
it does make references to the first game, which I have not completed the whole thing, so I wish I would have played the first one before this one, so I could have got all the jokes 100%. But it's still
Right.
I think it's there's a lot of pop culture references in this game, which I'll go over some in a minute. But yeah, so let me ask you, did you even like the game?
Yeah, from the bit I played it, I definitely loved it. It was pretty cool.
Okay.
It was awesome.
Okay.
It was nice. I really enjoyed it.
But why? What did you like about it?
I like I like just about all the aspects of it. I like the gameplay. I like the way you move. It really reminds me of one of the older type titles that from like old games like Rare, and then older platforms. It reminded me of those type titles, and I really enjoyed it. It was like nostalgia and new at the same time. I enjoyed the music. Of course, the music was. I at first, because we were talking earlier on this week, and I was like, and I heard you playing. I was like, this music remind me of a country band. He was like, no, it don't to me. then when I actually played through a lot, I was like, oh, okay, actually, all of them has different unique sounds, and they just one.
It has
sound.
variety, a lot of variety.
I was like, okay, I was like, I see what he was talking about there, but he said no, because I really enjoyed it. It was one level that I like. That I might have to put this as my ringtone. Cause I like
you put everything as your ringtone. You change your ringtone way too often. I don't even know why you still change your ringtone. I don't know anybody who does that anymore. This is something you would say in 2009. Oh, did you get that new ringtone? Yeah, I downloaded it. Look, everyone listen. I think that's kind of old, but
hey, it's okay though, because I may get a call and I may want to hear me some good song while I'm in there, before I answer that phone. Okay.
That's fine. So let me ask you, where did you get at in the game?
Oh God.
What's
Louis?
Yeah, what chapter did you get to, or the area?
Let me see. I didn't. Oh wait, I think it's but I'm not gonna make an excuse. I mean, even though I have excuses, I could say I'm not gonna explain what the excuses were.
Oh God.
Because it's just stuff. It's just stuff happens. But I didn't really. I don't think I really made it that
time
far.
to not
I think
have
I
any
made,
notes.
Shut. Let me tell you something. Okay. Anyway, all you can eat gaming audience.
Oh.
I ain't finna punch Ricky right now. So he look. I don't have the ability.
He's been bamboozled.
Okay. Anyway. Okay. So I got to the part.
The boy doesn't even know where he left off. So you don't even know where you left off?
No.
Like,
I do. I left off at. I got to the little factory. I think it was like and I was and the thing was looking for his crate, and I think I stopped there. I got to that level, and then all the power went out because I found out what happened. Somebody retarded tail couldn't drive, and they ran into a pole, and it knocked multiple power lines out. And
are you still talking about the game or real life?
Oh, I was talking about what happened in real life.
Oh.
See, y'all, he is trying. He's trying me, y'all. He's trying me, but I'm gonna let it slide.
I mean, is that what you just explained right now? It's like something that would happen in the game. It's like it doesn't sound too far off from what would happen. So yeah, just saying. But that was just yesterday. Like that wasn't the time before that. So what excuse do you have for the time before that?
I heard this shoot. I explained this to you, but I told you. Like,
I'm just ripping on you. Right.
Like I already told you about that. Like my mom car was
good.
in bed, and then my parents kept bothering me about that. So every time I get ready to sit down and play the game, they come bothering me with questions.
Yeah.
About. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes you have those distractions, right? But I don't blame you. It happens.
But we gonna make sure that we don't have too many moments like this again, where we have we don't have a lot of time to enjoy the games that we want to enjoy and play through them.
I got to enjoy it.
Well, good for you. But we're just gonna make sure that we're not.
But I have a question. Are you gonna continue playing it after the podcast?
Yeah, because it's a fun game, and I paid for it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna play. And then plus, it's a good game. It's a pretty good game. Like,
let me I haven't even talked about anything, and oh my gosh, let me tell you, man. Let me tell you. Okay, for one, the music. Okay, let me start off with the music. It's wonderful. I mean, we are talking about like really good quality music. If you were wanting to know about good music in general, like how to make good music, take inspiration from this game. This game, if you want something fun, it has it. If you want something sad, some of these levels actually have like really calm, sad vibes. Right. Sometimes there's a really pacey track in the level, which it makes it like really nocturnal and you feel like you're in a hurry, like because you gotta hurry because something's going on in the level. But yeah, guys, the music in this game, I wouldn't mind just buying the soundtrack of this game and just like sitting down all day and listening
really
to it.
Good. Like I said,
it
reminds
really
me
something.
Like I said, it reminds me of the old like a lot of the older games that we grew up playing with, and it's like kind of a charm to it. Has like a really good charm to it because like I said, it does remind me. And like, cause those were the times when games were always like nobody didn't worry about frame rates, and nobody didn't worry about too much of graphics.
But I still don't worry about that. You're the only person who worries about that.
I don't worry about it.
Like, 30 frames. This man, okay, guys, look, let's keep this clear. This man buys a Switch and complains about the frame rate, and I'm like, boy, if you're gonna complain about frame rates, get yourself a PS4 or an Xbox, because you will get 60 frames per second on every game. But on the Switch, you don't have 60 frames on most games. So, and if you do, then it's like it's not consistent because the system is just not powerful enough. I mean, it's already 2 years old. I mean, we can't really say anything about it. But
first of all, let me tell you, I have never.
I
mean, I have complained about it a little bit, but I don't really complain about it too much. Okay, let's get that straight. I don't complain about the frame rate too much because I know the Switch. I know Nintendo. That's not really their main focus anyway. Most of the time,
right? So it's not their strong suit. Mm-hmm. Well, it could be, but they just don't do it.
Yeah, because they say that's not important. that was me mocking it. In Nintendo, like say
what
Nintendo
was that
had a face.
imitation? Who were you imitating?
I mean, like that's how I feel like Nintendo was saying. Like if Nintendo had a face,
Woo!
like if it just had a like if Nintendo logo came to life, that's what I feel like how it was saying. That's not important.
No, if you were to have an icon of what Nintendo is, I always imagine that little extended hand, the toy they used to have like in the 1970s. You know that little hand?
Oh,
they also gave it out for the Club Nintendo. Like if you get enough points, it's like this little hand that you like push the two little handles together and
that you can grab. That you can grab. Yep. Mm-hmm.
But it's literally made out of plastic, so if you try to grab anything that's not like, if it's maybe as heavy as like a piece of paper, you can grab it. But if you grab something else, like it's too heavy for it.
Yeah, exactly. So. Be like, sorry, can't pick it up. But yeah.
But
anyways, I don't know why that voice came out here for Nintendo though. It's not important, so no, sorry.
Well, that's we're gonna cut that out and put that into I don't know, a video with Nintendo. And single time we mention Nintendo, there you go. But yeah,
we do.
So
but we love
gameplay.
Nintendo. We love Nintendo to death. We do. We love Nintendo to death.
They're wonderful. They're wonderful. But lately they
some of their
had
decisions,
some kind of sneaky stuff with like the Mario Kart Tour and stuff.
And we don't mess with that. We don't mess with that. But
it's all about
that's
the money. Why not?
I mean, because when I figure
we'll talk about that soon.
We'll
like, talk about the drama. We'll become a one of those drama channels that just throw shade on other people.
No, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do
that. We'll talk smack about other companies.
Because we
about
are
every company.
Nah, that's neither here or there. Because we are all you can eat gaming, not all you can eat.
Yeah, we are all you can eat gaming.
Not all you can eat.
Who knows? We'll add a lot of stuff, a lot of sort of content. Yeah, all you can gossip.
Yeah, we ain't all you can gossip. We all you can eat gaming, not all you can eat gossip. So yeah,
I'm having way too much fun with this. But anyways, let's go into gameplay because gameplay is basically another strong suit in this game.
Definitely,
really tight controls.
Oh, but
basically, this is Donkey Kong Country at its core.
But
I know I don't want to like just say, oh, this is Donkey Kong Country, but I mean, as far as I'm concerned, Donkey Kong Country is one of the best side platformers ever. Like, and we're talking about like returns and all those. Those have really good mechanics. They have really strong controls. Like it's very sturdy. It's really nice. It's fluid. It's really fluid. And this game, I'm gonna say it's either as good as Donkey Kong or better. And I have a lot of reasons why.
But
so
with that being said,
what do you think? Do you think it's as good or not as good or what?
I mean, with that being said, yes, the controls are very precise and very. But the only thing I have a problem with is that even though that may be just me because I may just be a casual. But the problem, but like as people call them now, but sometimes when you go into a thing, they be wanting you to make these little extra precise jumps, and then it's either do or die.
I don't mind.
Like you either make the jump or you don't. But that's also
I don't mind. That's the perfect thing about this.
Yeah, that also adds to the challenging feature. Also,
let me tell you. Great. Look, I was reading or not reading. I was watching a YouTube channel, right? But that was talking about why do people come back? Why do people return to?
It may take them more than just 1 or 2 tries.
That's fine. There are things in the games in this game that help you make it a lot easier. But it will reward those players that do make it harder. For example, there's this mechanic that I really love in this game called tonics, and I think you got around to that. So there are in total 66 tonics, which I got 90% of, and now all these are basically like a side collectible that you get in the overworld. So with these tonics, you basically find them in the overworld, and then after you find one, you have to purchase it in the little store when you press start. Now, these tonics vary into different things. For example, it could, right? Like for example, there might be some for for making your screen different, like a NES or a Game Boy Color or a VHS tape or like a noir film or black and white, etc. There's so many painted, mirrored, which I will actually say one more thing about it. Now, they do benefit you, but they can also, actually, they just benefit you. Some of them make the game more difficult, but they do give you more quills, which is the currency in this game to like buy pages or some of the chests. Not the chests, but like the locks, the locked doors that have like the keys and stuff. So you do have to sacrifice something. So if you get something that makes the game harder, it'll multiply how many quills you get. So if you got 100 quills, it'll multiply it times 2 if you have times 2. But if you have less, if you put something that helps you out, like the tri jump, which it's not a tri jump, but it's like the swirl that you do when you hold X while you're like in midair, it'll make it much longer. But it will remove like minus 0.2, so that means you'll actually lose quills when it multiplies it towards your total quill amount at the end of the stage. But the point is, there are some things that, for example, that help you, that make you roll faster, or it makes you run faster, it makes you get a super slam, that if you do that, all the quills that in the air will now fall, etc. There are so many ones that help you, but there are ones that make it harder. For example, googly eyes. Right, like googly eyes. It gives another extra hit. I always had that on. I always make this game harder for myself. Less checkpoints, so it removes checkpoints from the game. So there's a few different checkpoints that you get in the game, and this removes like every single one but one. So you only get one checkpoint during the whole game. And that's actually very difficult on some of the stages, because you die fairly often.
That's another thing. This game can be a little unforgiving on certain parts, but it do provides a lot of checkpoints, unless you do that thing which he just mentioned, where you make it where you only have one checkpoint, so you have to be extra. I don't know why I said extra like that, but
extra.
That was extra. Right?
Oh man,
that was extra. That was the definition
wonderful.
of extra.
That's an extra voice right there. Yeah.
But in a way, you have to be very precise on that part, because you gonna die.
Right. It's very easy to die in this game, but I think making the game harder for me, I love hard games, and as I was telling you with that video that I watched, the more persistent you are, the more you are to come back to more persistent games. Like, for example, Super Meat Boy, that's something I would play, because I'm so persistent with these kinds of games, where if I die, I'm gonna keep trying it again. I will keep trying it, and even if it doesn't feel so fun, I will keep trying it, because that's where I get my sense of accomplishment, that I did something good, and
able to do it right, that you was able to get it
right
done.
So exactly, Don. Torres, what's going on with you today?
But it's just like
Don.
I'm having all these, I'm having all these different voices today. I'm having all these different. It's just too much.
That's fine though. That makes it sound even better though. So anyways, you have those tonics, which you also have some tonics that change something about the character. For example, something that was really cool is that it changed you to the 64 version of Yooka Laylee. So they look like a 64 model, rather than the redefined, beautiful looking version that you see in the game.
But see, I haven't seen that one, but I want to have they improved it, because I remember in the original game, it didn't really look like when it went to 64 mode in the original game. I didn't really feel like that was exactly.
It looked so good.
I didn't really feel like that's how I didn't really feel like it captured the Simpsons 4 figure.
Right, but you gotta consider it's just this game is large. I mean, it's pretty large. If I started this game on Thursday, and I'm like just barely finished it today, but like I had to play it quite a bit to get it done, and I had to retry a lot. But you want to know one thing? I did not use no walkthroughs, nothing. Right. Just play the game, and I haven't even talked about the best parts. I broke the game so bad.
And you know something?
in which I made a glitch video about it, and I'll talk about that later. But yeah,
please check that out, y'all. Please check out that glitch video. It's very informative. So please check that out.
Yeah, for speedrunners, if you get for speedrunners or someone that just wants to beat the game faster. I mean, let's be real. You could beat this game literally without having to get any B. You can. I watched a video just now how the guy beat the whole game, or he beat the impossible layer, which is not so hard. I'll get to that as well at the very end of the podcast. But yeah, and you could beat the game from the very beginning. You don't even have to go to the step on the overworld, not even once. And you do get an achievement for that. You get a golden Yooka Laylee, and you any time after that you play the chapters, you get like double the quills in any level. So it's pretty cool. I mean, you also get an achievement called the golden tonic, I believe.
Oh, okay.
But it's not. But that's if you just beat the game like with no Bs at all, like just from the very get-go, which is very possible. It's not that hard, actually. It's not that hard. You just have to practice. You just have to know the enemy patterns, the where the platforms are at, the stage pattern, and besides that, it's fairly easy. But I mean, once again, you have to be pretty good at the game at you know how you move, make precise jumps, which I actually was pretty good at this point, and I'll explain why. So yeah, but yeah, these glitches, if you want to play the game and you actually want to 100% it and beat and speedrun the game, these glitches are fairly good. So since you didn't get to since you didn't get to beat the whole game, I guess I'll go over some more stuff that I like, but I'm not gonna go over every single chapter because I don't think.
Yeah,
I'll just let you guys experience it.
Yeah, that's not necessary to have to go through every single one.
Right, because there's so many mechanics and so many chapters and with so many different
levels,
cool things, which honestly, like, we couldn't explain it in just not even 2 hours. Like, you need a good 3-4 hours to explain every little single thing, and even then, still no time. But okay, so
before you start on that, I just want to say I love the little page challenge. They be so cute.
I love those. Those are fun.
And then I be tripping off the little music because the music be so random. It be like that. And then we had the power to the overword, and it just had like a little determination music like, and then just all of a sudden.
Oh yeah.
I was like kind of like.
Yeah, I like the little rock thing that they had. That was really cute. Yeah, that was really nice.
And then it'd be fun. And then it'd be funny how I just stop after he done. It'd be like, okay, done. Like that, because it'd be so short. Like you play for a short, then it's just like, okay, I'm done now.
Yeah, it was rather nice, those parts. And I could say something. Definitely the 2.5D parts were the actual gameplay is fun. But to be honest, I had more fun in the overworld because I love to like just jump around everywhere. But I'm not saying that I didn't like the 2.5D part either. Yeah. But I loved it so much. And then, for me to like the overworld as much as I did, oh my god, I couldn't.
Yeah, that's what I was saying to you earlier when we had talked earlier. I had said I like because I like all the little things you can do in there in the overworld. Because I like that it's just not like a little one. I just like that you can actually help people out, and because they help you get to the levels that they want you to, and then they actually like you actually you it's like you completing levels and you completing challenges outside of the level in overworld because they need help.
Right.
Everybody need help with so many different things, and I think that's pretty cool because I like just walking around and
so many puzzles, and I loved it, man. Every single puzzle in the game, I loved it.
Yeah. And it's like a lot of games. Like when you be in a some games overworld, you can't even do most of the things that you can do in the actual level. Like you can't most of the time. You can't
I hope they make a second game. I hope so. Because like exactly what you just explained now. Like it's so. Oh, sorry.
Isn't this the second game?
No. I mean, I hope they make a second game from this, like actual like way of gameplay. Like I like the 3D ones, but those are different kind of games.
Yeah, Right.
I mean, I hope they make a ukulele too for like the 3D games, but I hope they make a ukulele and whatever, not the Impossible Lair, but the second game that's like this.
Yeah,
because this game was just it was a drink of cold milk. Like, it was just delicious. I have to say, the puns in this game, I am a pun man. If you say a pun, if you go up to me and you're a stranger and you give me a pun, I'm going to love you, okay? I love puns, and this game just had the best puns. For example, he was like, there's this shopping cart later in the game, and he made a little house for himself after the first game, like his home is destroyed, and then he has this little sandcastle, but there's a chapter under it. There's a book under it, and you can't get to it unless you destroy it with a bomb. Now, I was trying to body slam it, but it wouldn't work. So once you destroy it, he's like, his little dialogue changes to, "Man, life is a beach," because you're in the beach area.
Oh wow! Oh my god!
It was good, man. And not just that, but there are so many of these. For example, once you collect all of, like, most of the coins for Trouser, which is the snake, he's a character. You basically have to unlock. There's 5 collectibles in each stage and in each chapter, in each version of each chapter, and so you use these coins to unlock more of the map, more of the overworld. So it's interesting because at the end, after he took most of your coins, his house burns down.
Wow.
Because he's a moron. He makes this barbecue and his house burns down.
I actually seen the,
and his name is Trouser.
Yeah, I actually seen him.
And he's like, I can kiss my trousers goodbye, basically saying I can kiss my ass goodbye. But it was perfectly well put in the game. Like, he just said it at the perfect time. I thought it was just amazing.
I did like this,
the puns.
I mean, some of them was kind of corny though. Like, I remember there was a part where you had to.
I love corny puns.
It was like
I don't mind.
It was like, I remember the ones where you had to help fix the fan. And I'm like, you going around the fan, and the fan saying some of the dumbest stuff ever. They're like, fan boy, or they like, this like,
oh yeah, I love that one.
This like a fantasy. I was like, y'all need to just cut it out. I said, no, cut it out.
Oh, that was great. I love every single one of those. I honestly would come back to play this game just for that, and not just that, but each time you get a B, on the screen, where on the start screen, there's a little part just for them, and as you scroll through the B's, they all have like a different personality. They all have like why they joined the battalion, which is like the bees. They're from like a little army of the queen, the bee queen, the queen bee, and they all have a little personality. For example, one of them is like, he's from the social media club. That's how he joined the battalion, like the social media club. Or one beats his friend, or like this one is known as the strongest bee, but he's the worst at being a guard. Like, they all signify something like really ridiculous. Or this bee is beyond the best in being lucky, and he's good at Swarm Mario Kart Deluxe.
Wow.
That Mario Kart Deluxe. Basically saying that. I'm like, what? These puns go to like talk about so many kinds of game, and they talk about so much pop culture, like about social media, about Twitter, about like Facebook, about everything, and it's just so amazing. I love that. I can definitely say this is one of my favorite games. I know that's like kind of blunt to say, but this game is really good. Like, it really surprised me.
Like that's why I'm gonna keep on playing the rest, because I've had a good time playing what I did play, and it was just really enjoyable. And like I said, I'm gonna have to make something. I gotta find that level again that I had and do that. Make that my ringtone, because I had my Stardew Valley music on there. I had music on there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to, man. Good music. Yeah, which we played Stardew recently, so that's why he put it there. But anyways, I do want to talk about some of the levels. Just I don't want to talk about all of them because it's just not not enough time. But the impossible layer, we're not gonna talk about this until the very end, because yeah, there's just no point at this time right now. So what levels did you like that you played?
Oh, I like the first level. I like the
really
level with
the first level. I like the first level.
I mean,
look, yeah, hey, you're the one. You're the one saying this. I'm not doing anything. You're the one literally saying all of this.
Hey, because
I'm not setting you up.
I like how it wasn't so. I like how and I like the level I like the forest level, and I like the like I said, my favorite one was probably that windmill level. I like it because I love the music in that, and I just love like
the music was good. That one is not my favorite one. I'd have to say for the music level or a music level. What am I saying? For when it comes to music, I think my absolute most favorite is the chapter 2. I know it's really early on, but chapter 2, but the second version of it. Now you may not know what I'm talking about by second version, but in this game, these chapters are considered a level, right? A stage.
Right.
But each place has 2 versions of like that same stage. So each level in the game, each chapter has 2 versions. For example, maybe on the second level, you have oh no, I'll talk about the level that the first one this happens to, and I think it's like the 6th stage or the 6th chapter. And when you play this chapter, it's like a water level where you have these streams of water coming up, and that's where the mechanic is. Like you use these to like get around. But in the second version of the stage, it's like frozen, and now the place that you weren't able to get to before because the water was water, it's frozen now, so now you can get around better. And then you come back to the water level. Now you know how to get some of the secrets that you weren't able to get because you didn't know, but you saw them because it changed to the ice version. So depending, you could see some secrets from the other version that you can get. So it kind of helps you out if you play both of the versions and you didn't get all of the coins. But
exactly,
I did get to be honest, I got most of the coins from the very first time I played each chapter. So
you did?
I didn't.
I had
yes,
coins.
1 through 5.
Oh, them coins.
Did you get them?
Coins. All of them coins.
You just turned into your aunt.
Yes, because all them coins. It made me want to punch them. It made me want to punch the game in the face. Them coins. Some of them coins because
we had a very different view of this. I guess we did not have the same.
No. I love because I always like find. Like, that's what I always do in games.
It reminded me of like Super Mario Wii or something or DS, right?
Like
so fun.
You had to find the coins. Like I always loved.
I loved it.
But in this game, I love doing it too. But some of these coins, okay. So say if I made a mistake, if I broke a box where you had to use that box to get to one of the coins, I had to be like, bro, and I gotta kill myself and then do the thing over. They're like, I just want to punch the game in the face when they do me like that. I was like, don't do me like that, game, because at first I was playing the game all country and crazy. I was like just rolling into everything and like just going head first.
Right.
Then I had said, okay, I was like, let me play with a little more strategy.
Right. You do have to play the game smart though. If you do, like, if you're serious about 100%ing the game, I guess let me start off here. I finished 90% of the coins. I got 90% of them. I got 90% of the tonics. I got 44 bees out of 48. So there's still 4 more secret bees that I needed to get, which I'll talk about the secret bees in a minute. But yeah, man, the coins. I think they were fairly easy. Like 80% of the coins were easy to get for me, and a lot of them were really hitting, like really hitting. But you can find them if you put your mind to it. You can find them. Some you just need to work harder than others. And like I said, you could use the tonics to make the game easier if you're just coming back to get the coins, usually you want to get as much as quills as possible so you can buy like more tonics. But if you beat the game, if you got most of the coins in the game, eventually when you get to the fourth wall, you don't really need all the coins. Just you only need the amount of coins to buy the next wall. But to be honest, because I got most of the coins as I was playing,
right,
it was so easy for me to just like I could unlock like at the very first area when you get like the turbine place. I unlocked that so early on in the game, and I was just walking around there getting all of the tonics and all the extra stuff, and then I would come back to the old stages. Not the old ones like that I already played, but the old ones that were still new that I haven't played yet, but I just like skipped. I would come back, play those, and then by the time I got to that area that I opened, I already unlocked the next area because I had enough coins, because I, essentially got them in my first try. So I don't know. Right. I really enjoyed that aspect, the coins. Some were difficult, like I can say I didn't complete 100% on the coins, but I can just come back and do it right now. Like it's really that easy.
That's definitely what we're gonna do. This is definitely gonna be one of the games that we play often. Even just single player, like this has been added because some like I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, our audience. We play these games sometimes, and then sometimes we don't come back to them, and sometimes we may
right because that's normal.
This game right here,
this is a comeback game.
Yeah, this is gonna be one of the games.
I love this game.
And I said, and then Link's Awakening, I said I was gonna buy the remake. I'll buy the remake sometime soon. No, well, maybe not even soon.
Right. But
maybe not soon.
But I don't think this game is gonna age very well.
You don't think so?
I don't think this gonna age very well because
Why not?
It's talking about certain pop culture references that you wouldn't understand in 10, 20, 30 years from now. So maybe a kid picks up this game 30 years from now and they're like, what the heck is an NES? Because it's talking about the NES, or it's talking about that lame guy that always posts on Twitter, or that lame guy that always does this wrong. But it's a meme now, but it's not gonna be in like 30, 20 years.
Yeah,
maybe someone won't understand it. If I give this to a kid, they won't understand most of this game and most of its references.
Yeah, because
they will not.
Things are changing. It is changing. Like things change. Like
right, and like that's good. But
it was an old song.
So
it was an old song that went like this. I'm singing for y'all. Okay.
Of course you are.
So here you go.
On a podcast.
Shut up.
About games. People in 2019.
Every day. Okay, y'all, that was a song. It just said that people are changing every day.
I don't even know what to say about this.
That is a real song, y'all. That is a real song. That's a song from the 80s.
And now I wish it wasn't.
That's a song.
Now I wish it wasn't.
From the 80s.
Either you butchered it or you butchered it.
I think I
one
did.
Of the two.
I think I did butcher it. But that is a song from the 80s. YouTube. It's called Music for the Modern World.
No, so don't. After hearing that, now I don't want to hear that.
You know how 80s songs used to go.
Yeah, I think so.
But y'all go check that.
But anyways, let's get back to.
They even had little dance. Yeah.
I swear, last podcast and the one before that you always mentioned something about a song and you started singing.
Well, music is.
Well, that's good. So for if someone wants to listen to music, we have a
yes.
a call.
Y'all have a music expert on it.
But
so, yeah, I'm y'all music expert, Taurus Irvin. Naming.
There you go. So what else? What else did you experience from this? Like, what else did you get from this whole experience of Yooka Laylee and the Impossible Lair?
Well, I got a range of emotions. I got happiness. I got anger. I got sadness.
But why?
When,
why?
I got because I got angry when the what's that dude? What's the antagonist name?
Capital B.
What they call him? The B King.
Capital B.
What is he? Whatever he is. Oh, that's okay. Cause that never got his name. But I got angered when he stole the battalion army from Yooka Laylee because he got mad.
You mean from the Queen? Well, from Yooka Laylee, I guess. Yeah. The
same thing. Yeah, because the Queen gave it to them, and then he took it from them. So the Queen gave it to Yooka and Laylee, and then he took it from them too.
Right.
And so therefore he was like, because he got mad because he was like, y'all try to get past this little thing, and it was like in the battalion I was doing their job. They was like they were doing the most, and so he got mad. He was like, I stole them.
Yeah, the story is pretty simple.
They gotta be angry.
It's not nothing over the top.
But and I was tripping out. They faced at the start. They was like Yooka Laylee was like they was just in they outer animation. They was like they ain't even wasn't really paying attention to what was going on when he was stealing the battalion arm. The Queen was almost looking like she wasn't really paying attention to what was going on either until she, because I was like, I wonder why she didn't show. She didn't show no special.
Yeah, I think that's like also Mario as well. Like he just like tilts his head up and looks at what's going on, like Bowser stealing Peach or something.
Yeah, I be like, come on, man.
But it's not Uncharted, It's not like Kingdom Hearts or something. It's not a cutscene, so you cannot really. I mean, they could put resources into it and put that, but I guess it's just faster to just keep him in his idle animation and keep the game going. But one thing I do have to say is that when it comes to this game, you have those beasts that you get, right? Now the battalion only works in the impossible lair, which is that first level in the core, in the very middle in the game. It's literally placed in the middle of the map where you begin the game, and you can play anytime you want, but you don't it tells you how many attempts you've done, so how many attempts you've lost, because it's really, really, really tough if you play without any bees. So these bees don't actually go into the chapters that we're talking about. And the tonics, it's the same thing. The tonics, you can use them only in the chapters, not out of the chapters like in the overworld. And the bees are only in the impossible lair, not in the chapters. So because they count as life. Yeah. If you get one bee, it counts as one piece of health. If they hit you, that's one less bee. So basically, I don't know. I had to say a lot of good things. Actually, I had some of the things that I liked. For example, one thing that I loved was that they took off from Banjo and Kazooie. That if you go underwater, the music turns muffled. It becomes muffled. Yeah. So that was. Yeah. They have a second version of this every song. If there's water, considering if there's water. But yeah, I thought that was amazing.
But I realized not realized, but I have noticed they started doing that in other games too. Like I remember like in Mario Kart, they do that in Mario Kart too. If you go
they did that.
It'd be like a little different. And what other games to be like that? Like I just it's just, I like little details like that. Like I like little details like that.
I love it. That's one thing I put under my like thing.
Yeah.
Also, the mechanics of the gameplay. All you do is just roll, jump, and you can ground pound. If you're holding down and then you press the hit button, then you'll start to roll. You can also just stand and hit with your tail. And there's one interesting thing that I actually found out in the first chapter. If you ground pound and you press the roll button, the hit button, or the attack button, you will just have so much momentum. You will be shot out so fast. Now, a technique that I would use is this actually an advanced technique in the game that you need in the later levels. You need to ground pound but they only give you so little space. Like they give you 1 inch, literally an inch in real world metrics. You have an inch to jump and press and do a ground pound, and I swear you have to be tapping so fast the X button, which is the attack button, and then you're supposed to jump. that's the advanced technique that I'm telling you, that it basically shoots you out so fast, and then with the jump you basically jump with so much momentum. Now I was doing this since the very beginning, but it's hard to control if you haven't tried it a lot. And I don't know, that's what I would do since the very beginning of the game, and I passed through it through some parts that you shouldn't be able to get that coin through this way, but I was still able to get it. But I think that it's rewarding to the players who know how to do it, rather than the players who don't really notice that sort of stuff so much. But I liked how everything has eyes in this game. The signs,
it's like
the frickin' shopping carts, everything has eyes. Everything.
It basically like everything in this world got a personality. Whether you realize it or not. Oh, these eyes.
Wish that eyes had eyes.
Oh god, that would be creepy. No.
It would, but actually it did. If you think about it, if you add the googly eye tonic, it adds eyes to their eyes. So there you go. Oh yeah, and that's the funny part. When you add that tonic to the game,
like it,
every single character, the crab, the spiders, everything has it, and it's funny because like some things don't even have eyes, but it adds like little.
And them spiders, let me say what them,
yeah.
I'm gonna say them. Some of these enemies, let me say what them spiders remind me of. The spider, like it may just be a stretch, but them spider enemies remind me of the spider from Zelda. What was they called? The what would you call the spiders in Zelda? The Scolacios?
Yeah.
I think I'm saying that way wrong. But I don't know what you call them. But
they're the Fallacios.
Lord, that's even worse. but basically like the spiders in this game kind of remind, because it has like the little mask or whatever, kind of like on like the little spider thing,
right?
And they come down. Almost like that. When you walking and they'll just swoop down on you and attack you. Like they'll have like almost like the mask in place of the skull. Like something like.
Yeah, they kind of look like that,
yeah,
but
right,
I think they like the speed at which they like attack, and all the enemies, how they work. I think they were just really. Like they had a lot of love and care put into them, because their animations, their speeds, it's just like it was planned so well.
Yeah. And another enemy that they kind of they kind of got on my nerves is that spiky snail enemy, the one that follows you.
Oh yeah, but I usually have to like sit next to the ledge and then just let them just jump at the end. And let them, but sometimes there was no ledge, right? So you had to like,
because surprisingly,
play around with them.
But like, surprisingly, those enemies got a lot of traction to them too. Because I'm like, y'all able to turn around so fast and stuff. I'm like, okay, like y'all rolling like that, you able to just stop and turn around like that. Okay.
But it's reactionable. You can react to them. It's possible. Like this game, everything that they put in each place is there for a reason. Like they took care of this game so well. And like we said, when you change the stage, the chapter to like the other version, it actually plays very different. I mean, it's similar because it's the same stage, but it's very different. For example, maybe the stage is upside down, but not upside down like they just mirrored it. It's like literally the whole thing is just turned around, and it's amazing because they change everything up, kind of like in Donkey Kong Country, where they, considering what's going on with the level, if I don't know, a meteorite falls down and hits the forest and it's on fire, now you'll see leaves. Like you could jump on the leaves before, now the leaves are falling down on fire and you could use them like as a platform. And that's exactly what how this works. The puzzles correlate with in the overworld. The puzzles in the overworld correlate with what happens in the chapter. So for example, at the end, the first chapter, right? The first chapter, you have this normal level. I think it's a pretty straightforward first level of a game, and at the very end, you find this frog and he starts to fish, inside inside the book, inside the chapter, and he pulls out the whole island from the book. So when you get inside the name of that chapter, but the second version is called Chaos, because he literally pulled out the entire piece of land of the book. So when you get in the chapter, everything is all hell break. Like it looks like hell basically, and it's just like you gotta go fast. There are enemies everywhere. Like it's all destroyed. But it's interesting like how they work like this, and it was just so well done. I can say I had no complaints about this game. Literally zero. Even the enemies that were just sometimes annoying, some of them. Like, for example, the guy that has the fire thing, even though I think his mechanic is pretty cool. But I liked it. But I guess let's go on to the mechanics of these games.
You're being too nice.
No.
But you're being too nice to me.
No, like.
I mean, I had a look. I didn't look out to tell my complaints. I didn't have much, but I had like maybe one or two complaints.
Which were they? What were they?
Well, because they can't really be called complaints, because they would be like, in their mind.
Okay, so
what really know some, the casual play, but that's not really a complaint. But
right,
I was talking about the casual play. The other one would be like when you walk into a room and the enemies don't attack you.
I don't think that's an issue. I think all of them.
No, I was saying that they don't do that. They don't attack you straight when you go in the room.
Oh, okay.
Like
oh, right. That was the complete opposite.
When you go
exactly.
The enemy be like, and also gauntlet legends.
Also, yes.
And so, but this game doesn't. Like this game actually gives you a chance to react when you walk into a new area for a minute. Like, oh,
right,
okay,
and if you choose to play the game like a freaking speedrunner, then you can, and it feels so rewarding because like you look so cool doing it. But if you don't, then just take your time playing the game. Look around the stage. Every stage is very beautiful. Every chapter is very beautiful. It's like really colorful. Actually, that's one of the first things I wanted to say in the podcast. This game looks beautiful. I don't know about you, but I had my game set to high and everything. And it just was astonishing.
My computer can't handle all that.
Okay, well,
so don't be out bragging about what you can put on your.
I'm not bragging. I'm just simply saying. It's a beautiful game, and if you have the chance, enjoy it.
Don't brag about what you can put your computer. Don't brag about what you can put your computer as high, because I had to put my computer. So.
But you could upgrade to the same computer. I told you so, but you don't want to. So that's your problem. Anyways, so let's talk about the mechanics a little bit, because we didn't talk so much about it. I did, but not 100%. So I think the mechanics in this game, once again, like I said, like the whole Donkey Kong Country thing, they're really great. That's one of the things you want to come to this game for. The mechanics are just so unique. In every single level, there's always something new. They don't repeat the same thing, not from what I remember. Perhaps like some stages you might have like some certain enemy that comes out that doesn't come out in other ones. The water levels are so good in this game. I've never in my life had so much fun in a water level until this game. I mean, there are some games out there that have decent water levels, but this one, it's good. I mean, really, really good. I love these water levels. Like, they were actually. Don't take this with a grain of salt, people, but I could say probably that I liked it better than the actual normal like land levels. It's so fluid. It's so precise. If you mess up, it's your fault. That's how it is. In this game, if you mess up, it's all your fault. It's not the game's fault. So yeah, if you're one of those players that cannot pass the game because of something like that, it's your fault, and that's fine. You just have to get better. Just get good. Right? But anyways, there's a ton of mechanics, and I liked every single one of them, from the very beginning to the beach place, which is the last place you go to. You basically do a 360 in the map. You go around the whole map, and the puzzles as well were really fun in the overworld. I think those were, once again, one of my favorite part of the game, rather than the 2D parts. But I guess I'll go into something a little bit different, and here, what was it? Oh yeah. When I broke the game, when I broke the game, I was pretty surprised that you can find secrets, and there were some secret bees that you can find. But what you have to do is there's this mechanic with Yooka and Laylee that if you do the roll, it lets you roll even if you're not on a platform. I don't know if you noticed that, but you could roll even if you're not on the platform for a few seconds after you roll. So if you do that, you could get a lot more distance, and you could actually also do that on the overworld. And they do this on purpose so you can find these secrets. For example, where I did the second glitch, if instead of going up to where the crate is at, if you get on the wooden part, and then you like jump to the right and you ground pound it, you will find a secret little space, and it will have a golden capital B with a B inside.
Okay,
and it's cool because like you find a lot of these everywhere, and it feels so nice to like find these like super secret spots. I don't know. I thought the game was really cool, mostly because you could like find stuff like this. And yeah, I to be honest, I like this more. I had more fun with this than a 3D platformer, and that's
what I'm saying. Something for you.
Yeah, like it was really good. Anyways, by the end of the game, I had once again 90% of the coins. I had 44 bees, and I only needed 4 more secret bees and 90% of the tonics. Now I did try the impossible lair. I think we should just go to the impossible lair and I guess finish off, right? Because there's not too much to talk about after that.
Yeah, not really. Like we pretty much hit every nail on the head about the experience that we think you will get from playing this game.
Right, and the rest you guys have to play it yourself. Right, literally, exactly. Just play the damn game. It's so good. Just go out there and buy it, please.
It's so good.
Anyways,
I'm finish playing.
Oh yeah, one reference. Oh, 2 things I forgot to talk about.
Go ahead.
2 things. The Cliffside Quest chapter. You did not get to this one, but man, if you did, and I hope you keep playing the game so you can get there. There's this on the left side of the map. There's this level called Cliffside Quest, right? This one is very different than every level in the entire game. Obviously, it has two versions of it because every chapter has 2 versions. So this level is very different for one reason. It's open world, and you might be like, what? How do you get open world on a 2D platformer? Now, this reminds me of a hack that someone did for Super Mario DS, new Super Mario for the DS, and you know how they're linear. Super Mario, new Super Mario stages, right? It's just left to right, done. But in this one, you have to find 5 gems to get the B. And also 5 coins still. You still have to find the coins. So they let you go anywhere. If you want to take the rope that takes you up, you can go up there. If you want to go right, you can go right. If you want to go left, if you want to go down through the water, you can do it however you want. And you can get whichever one in whichever order. So it's like basically Yooka Laylee, the first game, but in 2D. So you can go to at any time. And it was amazing. I loved that one. I wish they make a game. I don't know if it's just Yooka Laylee, but like any game, but like this. It's basically Mario Odyssey, but 2D. If you don't understand what I'm saying, that's basically how it is. It's open world. You could just go left, right, up, so wherever you want. You could take you could take a barrel to shoot you up to this side, or you could take that same barrel to go a little bit to the right, and it'll take you to another spot. And it's nice. It's so cool, man. That was a really cool thing. I think that's I guess what I meant by it has better exploration than a 3D title. But one more reference that I want to tell you guys about before I get into the impossible lair. The cheese is a lie. Do you know what that reminds you of? The cheese is a lie.
I remember hearing that. I just can't.
Portal.
I remember.
The cake is a lie.
Yeah, like I can't think of it. I was like,
Yeah,
like,
dude.
I was like,
They,
I know I heard it.
if and one of the water levels, you will see it. It's on the wall, like it says, "The cheese is a lie." And I stopped there, and because I'm like, I saw something written in the wall, and I'm like, oh crap! They actually put a Portal reference. Like, wow, that's some funny stuff there. I love that, man. I literally love that sort of thing in this game.
Yeah,
It's just so
game,
unique, so special. Oh
right.
God, I'm just right now. This whole time, we've been doing this podcast, I've had the biggest smile on my face, and also while playing the game. If you guys were in the same room as I when I was playing this game, I was just smiling. I was laughing the whole dang time. Okay, so now to the Impossible Lair. You played the Impossible Lair, so don't say you couldn't play it, because you did. This game, you don't need to play the whole game to get it. So, what's your take on it?
So
The first stage of the game, literally, man. Come on.
I know that, but I was just saying it was a little longer.
How many times did you attempt it?
Without the, probably about 3 times.
Really? That's all?
It was just, yeah, because I got not frustrated, but you know how I get like, oh my god,
dude, it's extremely hard. If you try the first level and then you come back to the Impossible Lair, it's like, holy crap, you just think you cannot beat it. Like, it feels impossible.
Yeah. Yeah. That's definitely how I felt, especially without the B army.
Right. The battalion, right? But
I'm going to go back and going to complete it.
Dude, you should.
So,
this stuff.
Hey.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Let us just tell you something. Yes, we do play it for the podcast. And sometimes we do have to hurry up, because mostly this week, since Link's Awakening pushed us back a lot, and we already kind of pushed the next game a little bit, but it's fine, we have more time. But yeah, we kind of rushed this game, but to be honest, for me, when it comes to me, I did enjoy every single second, even though I didn't rush, but I already play games fast. If you have a game like New Super Mario, let's just say we played that, New Super Mario Wii, I would go through that game so fast, because that's just how I play games. I like to play a game like I'm speedrunning it, but sometimes that causes me to die a little bit more than I should. But anyways,
yeah, because
when I first played it, I was like, damn, this is just something else. I tried it only 5 times throughout the whole game. And you might think, what? Only 5 times? As much as me? But you played it a lot more. Well, I wasn't so focused on playing the Lair, because I knew I was not going to be able to beat it yet. So I would play a few times as I was playing the game. For example, when I had 10 Bs, when I had 20 Bs, 30, 40, and then obviously 44. So let me just say I didn't beat the Lair. And I want to explain why.
At least not yet.
And to be honest, I feel like I don't have to. And I'll tell you why right now. So, the Lair, right? It's super difficult. It teaches you the game. The reason you should be able to beat it by the end of the game is because throughout all these chapters, you learn these mechanics that we just talked about. So many of them. I mean, so many. And they basically put it into one 30-minute level. The level is 30 minutes if you speedrun the game. Like, think about it. This is if you're going fast. It takes 30 minutes to beat it, because there's just so much to go through. You have 3 parts. You have the first part. You have to fight them the first time. You have a segment where you have to go through the stage. You have to fight him again. A stage, fight him again, and I think stage one more time, and last. You have to fight him like 4 times in total, and you have to go through 3 parts of the stage, and then you have to escape the place. So it gives you like 2 minutes to escape, which I'll tell you why I know that. So basically, it's not hard. It's there's a lot of extreme precise jumps every single second. You have no breaks. after one jump, you already have the next thing trying to kill you. You have to jump here, jump there, jump there, jump there. It's like a Kaizo level in Mario. It's basically it's basically that, but it's very doable. Let me tell you, I only got to 50% of it, but I could actually beat it. Even right now, I feel like I can beat it. All you have to know is where to jump. Like, I remember the first time I played it, I got, 5%. The second time, I got, 12%, even though I had, 20 Bs. But because I didn't play it so much. So you just have to play, and you have to remember all the mechanics that you used before. And, that's basically how you enter this layer. You have to get in there already knowing what's gonna come up and how to react fast. That's what this is about. This is like react fast and no breaks. You have no breaks for 30 minutes constantly. If you're slow, it takes longer than 30 minutes. It's like a 40-minute mission or a 40-minute chapter or 50-minute. I'm serious. Like if you play this slow, it's not convenient to play it slow. Just go through it fast, get it over with. If you do it fast, then you can get it done in 20-30 minutes. Which actually is a long time, right? Because that's a lot of time for a level.
Well, that actually is like a good little minute to be sitting through a level. Yeah,
it's consistent ass kicking. Like this level is meant to make you frustrated and kick your ass. Like that's how it is, and that's what it is. And also once I had 44 Bs, I just tried it, just like to try it, and I got to 44% of it done. Then I decided, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna watch a walkthrough, because there was one guy on October 7th. I guess he got the game much earlier, because this guy beat it with no Bs at all.
Really?
He beat the game with no Bs, and from the very beginning, like since you begin the game, since you start up the game, and he didn't try it once or twice. He just beat the game, the full layer, without no Bs. It's very easy, actually, if you know where everything is placed. And I played it one more time after that, and I got through 50% of it without getting hit. So as you can see, it's really about just knowing where the placements are. Now, we didn't have, that much time, because I was doing the lair, in the last 2 or 3 hours. But
yeah,
I could beat it right now if I want to. It's very easy now. Like, I just have to practice a few more times, and I'm done. But that's why I didn't finish it for the podcast, because I'm like, you know what? I'm just next time I play this game, I'm just gonna play it with no beats at all. And once I beat the lair, I'm just gonna play the rest of the game, just like cruising around.
And y'all
easy, take it easy.
And that's why we said, y'all, because we want to make sure we stay consistent this time. Like we had a talk a while ago. We want to make sure we stay consistent with this. Like we do. That's why we make sure we try to be. Because after this the hope is this be
much
easier.
easier.
We also came with a talk about because we like. If we did have a full week of this game, like we was supposed to, we only had been finished with it.
Right.
Because it's not that long, but yeah.
Well, I mean, I rushed through it. I rushed, but I didn't rush, because I had fun, and I read everything.
But it's not that long. But it's not that long in general, though.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess you could say that. You could beat it in a week easily, like if you put a few hours into it every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's not too bad.
Yeah.
But we literally had started Thursday night or Thursday morning.
Yeah, you're right. And I had so many distresses kept popping up.
Right. Oof, I barely finished it. I just finished it 2 hours, 3 hours ago.
Yeah. So, but you did good.
I did every single chapter. I did every version of it. I got 90% of it. I think you could call that a complete in it.
Yeah, just about. But we just want to be honest with you guys. We just want to tell y'all, because we definitely want to stay more consistent, and we like I just said,
right.
We want to keep it up because we do enjoy doing this, especially doing this together and stuff.
Yeah, it's really fun.
It just really,
and once again, we'll have more content as well,
Yeah.
not just podcasts. Because podcast is it's more of the time where we just have time, like we have time to actually just sit back and talk about the game like we want to, not force ourselves. Just have fun, talk about it, enjoy some talking time, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. So we can also answer some questions that you guys might have, or if I don't know anything, or even have you guys come up with us on the podcast. That'd be awesome. I think that'd be really cool.
Like maybe we can have us a session where we play Smash and be like, hey, anybody want to come play Smash?
Right, like a Twitch or like do that on Twitch and play with you guys. That'd be fun. I think that'd definitely be a fun thing to do. So I guess we'll finish up very soon. But do you have? I do have one last thing to say to sum it all up about this game.
Okay.
I'm just thinking if I have anything else that I want to say. Oh yeah. If you do beat the game with no with like just no bees, no battalion, then you do get a golden Yooka Laylee. I think I said that at the very beginning, but you do get a golden one, golden Yooka Laylee, and it also doubles the amount of quills you get in any chapter. So if you get 200 quills, it'll multiply times 400 times the multiplier of your tonics. So that's pretty cool. If you want to do that, go ahead. It's hard as balls, but once again, it's worth it if you beat the Lair, even if it's at the beginning. You just have to practice a lot. But it's very doable, very, very doable. But it's really crazy. If it's your first time playing this game and you just look into it and or you're watching someone play it, you're gonna be like, oh damn, oh god damn. It's exactly as I say. Trust me, just play the game. But as the last thing I do want to say, to just sum it up, my final words for the game: the fruit of the game doesn't come in beating the Lair at the beginning. I guess it does if you're playing it that way. But in playing all the levels in the game and enjoying the overworld, it will teach you all the mechanics that you need, and you will learn to beat the impossible Lair with those mechanics that you learn. So the journey is what makes the game wonderful. And honestly, just sit down, relax after a hard day at work or at school, I don't know, wherever you are in your life, and just enjoy it. Like, there's so many great things about this. Enjoy the music, enjoy every stage and how it looks. It's a really pretty game, and that's where it comes to, basically. If your goal is to just beat the game, speedrun it at the very beginning, that's cool, you can do that. But if you choose to just sit down and have fun and and just take a stroll through the game, please do that. I highly recommend it. As a person that just experienced it a little bit, how do you feel about the game?
Well, I feel like it's great. It has excellent potential, and of course, like I said, I'm going to keep playing through because that little bit of playthrough wasn't enough for me, and I'm going to keep going.
Okay.
Because, like I said, it's a very great game. It's a very immersive game. It's not just a game that you be like, oh, I'm gonna play this, and you're gonna put it down. Like, no, you're gonna really keep it because you want to see what's next. You want to see what level they have next. Like, what can they come up with?
Honestly,
next,
you should. Yeah, you should. Like, I can't recommend it more. This is not even this is not even our character side talking. It's just us. Like, really enjoy the game. This is just one game that you're gonna love, and it's mostly if you like if you know a lot about like retro games and like cultural references. This game is just gonna turn your frown upside down if you have a frown, but hopefully you don't have a frown. Mostly after hearing this.
Upside down.
But okay, yeah, I think that was all of it, guys. Just give the game a try. It's a really cool game. It's awesome. I gotta give it 100 out of 100. I don't know. For me, that got to play the whole game.
I was just gonna say 10 out of 10, but hey, 100 is good too.
Well, 100 is in the US and 10 is
in
every other country. But yeah,
we're gonna keep playing. That's the bottom line behind this. We're gonna keep playing.
Right.
So,
And
yeah,
Sunshine's already done the podcast for the next game, but that's fine because you guys are going to be able to enjoy it, and we hope you do. So I think we can go ahead and finish off now, right? I think that was enough time.
Yes, we can.
Alrighty. Well,
thank you all for checking us out, checking out this podcast. Thank you. We also want you to check us out on, if you listen to this podcast, make sure you check us out through Anchor. You can definitely feel free to support if you like to. If you don't,
but support us everywhere on Apple Podcasts. Support us on Google Podcasts.
Yes, on
Give us a good Apple
Google,
review. Give us comments, likes, and subscribes on
Spotify,
our YouTube channel, because it would
YouTube channel.
Yeah, keep it going. Keep the plug going. Don't stop.
You know what was talking, but yeah. So yeah, of course, y'all just come and enjoy us and enjoy some real talk and real fun talking about games and just experiencing everything gaming, which is the thing that we love.
Alrighty.
We love.
Well, guys,
gaming.
it was a pleasure, and we will see you guys next time. Have a good day. Goodbye.
Yes. All right. See ya.